is on the air with Charles Davis. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from San Antonio. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hawkins. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down. In particular, not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
And that's a big number. It is going to be touchdown pass number 50 for him on the year. Just 5 shy now of Peyton Manning's all-time mark for most touchdown passes in one season.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Hall again.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So that touchdown pass number 51 for him on the year. And it moves him past 2 guys at 50, 2 of the best ever, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Brady had 50 in 2007, and Mahomes did it in 2018.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time, a 9-play drive. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A run by Walton to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's Richardson.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's McKinney. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
They'll drop to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business.
Now a carry for Walton. A strong running.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Play action. Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Richardson off the play fake.
This is caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards here in the penultimate week of the season as he looks to finish strong in order to capture the crown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Anthony Richardson and the offense back out.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Rodgers, the tight end, in motion here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he comes into these final couple of games as the NFL's leader in touchdown passes.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out comes Houston.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Richardson.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Richardson.
Throw complete there. Rodgers. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Pushing his way through.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll hit Jackson, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In motion right comes Jackson. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Ball again on second down.
And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. They'll give to Hall.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Houston's offense taking over again, and this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run on 1st down. Sykes, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Off play action, Richardson.
He finds his man, complete. That's McGee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run with Walton. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Richardson looking to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
2nd down and 4. Back to the air with Richardson.
Looking middle, and that's complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
Here's Walton. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKinney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel sub packages, don't they?
And touchdown! A great play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Houston set to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
First down, Houston.
Richardson working from the gun.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Back now in San Antonio as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Now it's Richardson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Here Richardson yet again.
This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here's a give to Hall.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This is caught by Hawkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A handoff for Hall.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10. at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Back to throw.
That is caught.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The slot man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On 2nd and 10, Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Jackson, the man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKinney. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Richardson.
Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Again, it's Richardson.
And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Now Richardson.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From a yard out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll run. It's Hall.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll run again.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Antonio,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with one game remaining.